Hello crafties, welcome to another tutorial. My name is Infiniti and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the posted chevron stitch. It's a super fun stitch. I did it some time ago on a headband I was working on. It was really nice and really not that hard to get used to. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into the tutorial. So for starters today, we are going to be chaining in multiples of 10 plus 4. So right now I have a chain of 20 going plus 4 for a total of 24 stitches. So I'm going to have you guys go ahead and pause, and once you get your chains, we're going to dive right in. Now that you have your chains all together, what we're going to do is we are going to yarn over, and we're going to half double crochet in that third chain from our hook. So yarning over, inserting my hook into that third chain, yarning over, pulling up a loop, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And that little chain 2 counts as a half double crochet, so keep that in mind. Alright, and now we're going to half double crochet in each stitch along this row. Alright, and doing my last half double crochet of the row. Now what I do want to mention is that row 1, we just worked it. It's going to be the right side of our work. So I'm just going to put a stitch marker. You can use like yarn or anything you like to wrap around one of these loops just to make sure you remember which side is the right side and which side is the wrong side. Now we're going to move into row 2. And I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. And this counts as the first half double crochet of the row. Again, the little chain 2s do count as stitches, so keep that in mind. Now what we're going to do is half double crochet in the next stitch, so not in the base of this chain 2. Let me zoom in just a little bit. So not this, but this stitch we're going to yarn over and half double crochet into, and we're going to half double crochet in each stitch along this row. Alright, now that I've hit the end of my row, I want to make sure that I yarn over and half double crochet on top of that chain 2 from the previous row, because that is a stitch. Alright, and now I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work, working on the front side again. And now I'm going to do 5 half double crochets. So not in this first stitch, but that second one, I'm going to half double crochet. And then another in the next stitch. I'm going to do 3 more. And last one. Now I'm going to work a front post double crochet around the half double crochet, like 1 row down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to identify my next stitch, which is here. Let me zoom in. My next stitch is right here. So what I'm going to do is yarn over, and I'm going to move to the stitch below it. So that would involve counting over from this first row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and around that 6th one, we're just gonna put our hook through the back of it, like so. And if you don't know how to do front and back post stitches, I think there's a tutorial back on my channel that should help you out with that. But we're gonna front post double crochet around that stitch, okay, and then we're going to half double crochet along the next 9 stitches of this row. So not this stitch we just worked, and it should be covered up by this half double crochet, so you shouldn't have to worry about it. But if it's not, make sure you're not half double crocheting in that, because it'll throw off your pattern. So here's one. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Oops. 8. 9. Okay, now that I have my 9 half double crochets, what I want to do is work another front post double crochet 1 row below the next half double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, going to come down, identify that half double crochet that I need to be working around, and I'm going to work my double crochet. Okay, and so now I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to half double crochet in the remaining 6 stitches. So if you have 6 stitches left, you know you did it right. And I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that stitch, and just work my half double crochets to the end. And there's the last one. And this is what it looks like so far. Now it appears that I am doing 1 repetition, but you would continue to work this repeat for however wide you made your project. Okay, and now we can move on to row 4. Row 4, we're just going to go ahead and chain our 2 and turn our work. And what we're going to do is work a half double crochet in each stitch across this row. So I'll meet you guys back when I'm ready to move on to row 5. Alright, row 5, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn our work. So now what we want to do for row 5 is we're going to half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So not working in the base of that chain 2, but the very next stitch over. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now what we're going to do is work a front post double crochet around the stitch 1 row below the next half double crochet. So we see this half double crochet as our next stitch. I'm going to work around that guy right below there and yarn over, insert our hook around it, and we're going to work that front post double crochet just like that. And then we're going to do that for the next 2 stitches. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to be wrapping my, or putting my yarn behind actually the top of that double crochet from a couple rows ago. Yarn over, do that front post half double crochet, and then we're going to come over, yarn over, and work into that stitch right next to that that front post double crochet from a couple rows ago. So The fun thing about working this pattern in a variegated yarn is that it can make the stitches easier to see as you work them. So now, as I pull up more yarn, we're going to half double crochet along the next 7 stitches. So that makes this pretty easy. I'm just going to yarn over, and again, you don't want to work into the 3 stitches that you were supposed to skip. So 1, 2, 3, they should be covered up by those front posts, and then you're going to go ahead and go into that 4th one and half double crochet. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, now what we're going to do is yarn over, and we're going to again be doing a front post double crochet around the half double crochet 1 row below this previous one. So basically we're not going to be working in this row of half double crochets that we just did, but the one before that. And I'm just going to insert my hook around that stitch, and this front post double crochets make these really evident. So I'm just going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, got to do 2 more. So the next one's going to be around that last front post double crochet that we did. Okay, and then I'm going to yarn over and do my last one. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now what we're going to do is half double crochet in our last 5 stitches of this row. Alright, row 6 we are going to be doing half double crochets all the way across the row. So what you want to do is chain 2 and turn your work, and like I said, we're going to proceed to make half double crochets all the way across this row until we reach the end. Alright y'all, row 7. So what we're going to be doing for row 7 is chain arrow 2, which I've already done, and we're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches along the row. So there's 1, and then yarning over, there's 2. Okay, and so now that we've done that, we want to again front post double crochet around, first of all we want to do our last half double crochet, then we want to front post double crochet around the half double crochets from the row before the last one. So basically right next to that last half double crochet, I'm sorry, that front post double crochet that we did. Okay, and we're gonna do that front post double crochet around that stitch. Then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to work our front post double crochet around that actual front post double crochet that we did a couple rows ago. Alright, and we're going to be doing 5 of them in total. So our next one, our next front post double crochet we're doing around the last front post double crochet we did a couple rows ago. Then the next one, and then we do one more front post double crochet around that half double crochet right next to that front post double crochet that we did a couple rows ago. And it should be looking like this so far. Okay, you can kind of see the formation of these chevrons begin. So that's pretty cool. Now what we're going to do is half double crochet in the next 5 double crochet. So again, you want to count and make sure you're not going to be working into any of these 5 stitches that you just skipped. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to work into the 6th one with a half double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to do another one. And another one. There's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go ahead and start our repeat with our front post double crochets. And our last one is here. Alright, and then we are going to half double crochet in the last 4 stitches of this row. Two, 3, and 4, and then row 8 we're chaining 2, so 1, 2, and we're going to be half double crocheting all the way across this row, and then row 9 we're going to meet back with our pattern. Alright, row 9. Row 9 we're going to chain 2, turn our work, and we are going to half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, work into that 2nd stitch on the row, and we're going to half double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to make another one. Alright, and now we're going to work front post double crochet around the half double crochet 1 row down. So it's pretty easy to see now, like I said, especially when you have this variegated yarn. It's right here. And we're going to yarn over, make that front post double crochet. Alright. Then we're going to do this again. I'm going to yarn over and do it one more time. Okay, now what we're going to do is half double crochet in this next half double crochet. It's a little different. Alright, and then what we're going to do is work our front post double crochets again. So what we did to one side of our stitches, we're going to have to do to the other. So we're going to yarn over. We're not going to we're not going to front post double crochet around this one. We're going to move over and do it around this next guy. Okay, I'm going to yarn over and we're going to work around the next one. And then we're going to yarn over. We're going to do it one more time around this very next half double crochet. Okay. Now what we're going to do is half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So yarn over, insert our hook, 1, oops, 1, 2. Now my yarn doesn't like me. 2. Right, and 3. Okay, and now we're going to start over with our front post double crochets. So we're going to insert our hook around that half double crochet right next to that front post double crochet that we did from the other row, and make that first front post double crochet. I'm going to do another front post double crochet around the next one, and then we're going to yarn over and do another front post double crochet, and then we're going to count 1, 2, 3. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that next half double crochet that's actually on our row, and we're going to half double crochet. Then we're going to go back and do our last 3 front post double crochets. So remember, we skipped that one in the middle and we moved on to the next one. We're going to yarn over, we're going to do that second one, and we're going to yarn over and we're going to do that actual half double crochet from a couple rows ago. Okay, and now what we're going to do is half double crochet in the last 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and this is what we have so far. So for row 10, as you might have guessed, we're going to be chaining 2, and we're going to yarn turn our work, and then we're going to half double crochet in each stitch along row 10. Alright, row 11. What we're going to do is chain 2 and turn our work. 1, 2, I'm going to turn. Alright, now we're going to half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, and now that we've done that, we're going to work a front post double crochet around the half double crochet 1 row below the previous row. So that guy, and gonna insert our hook from behind, pull up our loop, make that make that double crochet. And then what we're going to do is we are going to do this twice more. Awesome. So now what we're going to do is half double crochet in the next 3 half double crochets of this row. So 1, 2, 3, okay, and now that we have done that, we are going to yarn over and we are going to half double crochet in this second front post double crochet, and then we're going to do it twice more, once around each stitch. So this is getting pretty repetitive, but it's super easy once you get the hang of it and once you keep your repetitions in order. And it makes this really awesome textured chevron that's really nice. It's different. I like it. I need to make more headbands with this. I might even make some cowl designs with it. Who knows? But okay, that's beside the point. Now what we're going to do is half double crochet in the next half double crochet of this row. Like so. And then we're going to yarn over and we're going to do a front post double crochet around this next half double crochet from the previous row, or row before last rather. And we're going to start front posting again. Alright, now that we've done that, we can of course do 3 half double crochets across the next 3 stitches. And then we are going to go back into our front post double crochets. And then one more around this next half double crochet. Then we want to yarn over and half double crochet in the last 2 stitches. Okay, now row 12, of course, as our other even rows have been, we are going to be chaining 2, 1, 2, turning our work, and we're going to half double crochet across this entire row. Row 13. Alright, so I've already chained my 2 and turned my work. Now I'm ready to yarn over. We're going to be front posting right around this stitch. Maybe if I zoom in some, just some. Let's focus. So, right around this one, we're going to be doing that front post double crochet. Okay, now that we've done that, we are going to front post double crochet around the next 3 stitches. I'm sorry, next 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. And we're going to do one more. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to yarn over. We're going to half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. to yarn over and do our front post double crochet around that second front post double crochet from the previous rows. 2, okay, and what's different here is that we're going to be doing this front post around this guy here. And that's 3 of them. Now we're going to start crossing over, and we are going to do 2 front post double crochets around these 2 posts right here. Alright, and we've done a total of 5 front post double crochets. Now that we have done that, we are going to half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So yarn over, insert your hook. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to do our front post double crochets around the last 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to half double crochet in the top of that chain 2 from the previous row. Alright, and row 14 again is our working of a half double crochets all the way across the row. And this last stitch here. Row 15, what we're going to do is chain 2 and turn our work. And now we are going to do 2 front post double crochets, 1 row below each of the next 2 double crochets. Half double crochets. Wow. Okay. So, just gonna work those stitches like we normally would. And then there's 2. And then we're going to half double crochet in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now that we have done that, we are going to front post around the next half double crochet that is one row below our previous row, which I feel like should be here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to make 3 front post double crochets, 1 row below our previous row. So 1, 2, then 3, okay, and then I'm going to half double crochet along the next 7 stitches. So yarning over, inserting my hook in that very next stitch, and basically repeating what I did on the other side. Alright, now we're going to front post double crochet across these last 2 half double crochets from the previous row. So there's 1, and then yarn over, here's 2. And then we're going to half double crochet in the top of that chain 2 from the previous row. Row 16 is another row that consists completely of half double crochets. So chain 2, turn your work, and what we are now going to do is half double crochet. Alright, row 17. Row 17 is our last row for this repeat. Hooray, we've made it. So we're going to chain 2, turn our work, and then I want to front post double crochet around the front post double crochet 1 row below us. So, yarn over, do that front post double crochet. Next I want to half double crochet in the next 4 half double crochet. So, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what I'm going to do is front post double crochet around the stitch 1 row below the next half double crochet. So basically what I've been doing the whole time, I'm going to yarn over, identify that stitch, work behind it, pull up that loop, make that front post double crochet. Okay, and then I'm going to half double crochet. Okay, so now that I have my package, I'm going to go ahead and half double crochet across the next 3 stitches because I already did 1 of them, so for a total of 4 half double crochets. Here's 3 and 4. Alright, now what I'm going to do is yarn over, and I'm going to front post double crochet around this center stitch right here. Then I'm going to yarn over and half double crochet 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, And then I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to make that front post double crochet around that half double crochet, one row below the previous row. Okay, and I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to work 4 more half double crochets. This whole tutorial has been a tongue twister for me. I am so sorry. 4, and I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to do one more post around this front post double crochet right here. And I'm going to yarn over and half double crochet into those last 2 stitches. I'm sorry, into that last little stitch, which is the chain 2 from the previous row. Alright, and this is where it stops. So we work this stitch from bottom to top. Let me zoom out a little bit. We worked this stitch from bottom to top. I'm sorry, from top to bottom. Gosh, I'm tongue-tied today, guys. So, you know, we started with that one little center post, basically, and we veered out and veered in, and so you can really kind of turn this stitch any way you'd like, because either way it's going to be an inverted pattern. So at this point you would just start over from row 4 and repeat rows 4 through 17 in order to complete your project. I hope today's tutorial was helpful. I hope it was fun. I hope it was something new for you guys. If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on awesome weekly content like this. I post regular crochet videos on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. CST. So, you know, hang around, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to check out my other social media for you know, detailed lists about the tutorials I've done, or pattern updates, things like that, merch updates as well. And until next time, guys, happy making.